Hey gang, this is Bryan from FXBilliards. This is a warning. This video comes with tough love. If you are playing pool for social reasons and not looking to get any better, this video is not for you. 10 reasons why you may be thinking you're practicing, playing a lot, watching the videos, maybe even reading the books, buying the DVD series, but you don't feel that you're getting any better. Here are your 10 reasons that might be holding you back. Number one, if you watch this channel, you know I've said it to you 1,000 times. If you've ever been coached by a successful coach in any manner, in any sport, in anything ever, you know that playing is not practicing. If you are playing your friends, you are not practicing. Let's say you're playing a much better player. This is not getting you better, guys. I hate to break the news to you. All you're doing is sitting down, not getting reps, watching someone do something you could watch them do on YouTube, and in the meantime, you're not at the table, you're not putting in strokes, you're not playing position. Okay, unless this person is actually coaching you, unless you have hands-on at the table, you are not improving, getting your ass kicked by a better player. Stop taking that mentality. Next on the list, bad practice. What does this mean? It means a lot of things. Your bad practice could be that, number one, you're not practicing the things you need to practice. If you were practicing bank shots, for example, let's say you have 2 hours of your time each day to practice, but you spend an hour of that time working on your bank shots. Oh, Bryan, my bank shots suck, so I work on my bank shots a lot. This is an extreme waste of time. You need to do the things that happen the majority of the time at a pool table. And I will take the worst bank shooter in the world who plays good position over the best bank pool player on the planet. The person who plays best position is going to win. So while you're wasting your time doing trick shots and bank shots and drills that do not affect your game, you should be working on the things that do. And I don't care what game you play. Unless you're playing bank pool or one pocket or something similar to that, bank shots are not where you need to be spending your time. Trick shots, unless you're Florian, you don't need to spend 2 hours doing trick shots or trying to master the trick shot that you saw on YouTube. It is a waste of your time. Another aspect of bad practice is low reps. What does this mean? You know enough to watch the videos and grasp the information, but you're not putting in enough reps. Do not tell me, Bryan, I don't have a draw shot. Bryan, I can't do that force follow that you do. Bryan, how do you do the diamond system? I saw all the videos and I can't do it. And I ask you, how many reps did you put in? Oh, I must have shot 20 draw shots, Bryan. Try 100,000. Think about Shane and the guys that are playing on a super elite level. We're talking about 300, 400,000 times. These guys have shot some of these shots that you see them shoot, and you want to put in 20 reps today and 30 tomorrow, and then come back and say, I can't do it. Stop trying to do 5-foot draw shots and you don't have a 12-inch draw shot. Practice the shorter, simpler, makeable shots before you start trying to shoot from half court every time you get down on the table. Another reason you may not be improving is simply fundamentals. And by the way, all of us have fundamental flaws, but you will have to have certain fundamental aspects of your game in line or you are not going to improve. You are going to slowly get worse because when you have bad fundamentals, what happens is they start getting worse and worse. You need to constantly have an evolution of development in your game regardless of how well you're playing, or you're not getting better. There's a number of different places where you're going to get information about your game, whether it's about you specifically or about the game overall. You may get it from a YouTube video. You may get it from that guy on your team that's an APA 5 and you're a 4. You might be getting your information from a video series or a DVD series or something like our NWQ MasterClass, which we offer at FXBilliards. But you need to analyze the quality of the information that you're getting. If it's coming from a professional source, there is a very good chance it's good information. If it's coming from some guy, there's a very good chance it's bad information, even if he's good, because there's a lot of very good players who can't tell you why they're good. I've seen a couple of the best players on the planet describe what they're doing at the table, and it is a very big, major, catastrophic disservice, because many of them are doing something that you might not be capable of, that the average person might not be capable of. Along that note is the over-analytical instruction. If you are getting instruction on a YouTube video or on a DVD series, and after watching that video, you know less than you did before you watched it, it doesn't matter how many graphs and lines are on that video. Why aren't you getting better? Because you've seen every one of those videos, but you haven't retained the information because it is not repeatable in the real world. And the real world is where we play pool. This thing is just as much art as it is science. You might not be improving because you're not a good student. Okay? This is not your fault, by the way. I wasn't a good student in school. When you were going to school, I was playing pool. But in the meantime, let's talk about what that means, not being a good student. It means that if you watch a video and you do learn the information, let's say I have a video that teaches you how to shoot carom shots, and you're like, oh man, now I know how to make this ball off of that ball shooting a carom. And then you just go about your day. What happens when you learn something in school? You go home and you study it, and then there is a test. Being a good student means you need to put in practice what you just saw. You need to practice it and then put it into practice. And if you truly want to retain the information, teach what you learned to another person. There's a thing called the learning pyramid. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now, but it shows how you learn and retain information. And it is not by watching a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video, or for God's sakes, maybe an hour-and-a-half video, and then thinking you've got the information. I gave you 10 different reasons why you might not be improving. There are many more that we can throw in there, but number one might be your fundamentals, because I don't think a lot of you are bad students, or you wouldn't have made it to this far in the video. Only the better students are going to make it this far. But you are being bombarded with some information that, even though it may be correct, might be too analytical for you to digest and pull up under stress when you need it most. Hit me in the comments. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any other reasons why you think people aren't improving, let me know in the comments as well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Be good.